everyone, what's up and welcome back to another video. My name is Jordan if you are new here. So happy you joined us, and today we're going to be talking all about ship life essentials. So a huge thank you to MyFitnessPal for sponsoring today's video. This is a dream come true and I just so excited to talk to you guys about that, but more on that later. If you are new here, I am a professional figure skater. I work on a cruise ship and this is my third contract, so I'm currently on board Voyager of the Seas. And throughout my previous contracts, I have kind of reflected on the things I've found super helpful and beneficial to have with me on board and things that were life-changing. So yeah, today I'm just going to be going through the list of things I find essential to have with me here on board throughout my contract, because our contracts are quite long, so we are fully settled in here and living like this is my home. Hopefully you find this helpful whether you are looking to work on a cruise ship or you are preparing for an upcoming contract, or if you're just interested to know what I find really useful to have with me here on board. So we're gonna get through that, but before we hop into it, make sure to subscribe if you're not already and follow all of my other social media handles if you are interested in keeping up on more of a daily basis. I am very active on Instagram, so make sure to check that out below. And without further ado, let's get on into my ship life essentials. First thing on the list has to do with sleep, because sleep is essential. It is very important to have a good night of sleep, and it can be a little bit challenging to get into a good sleep pattern here on board just because of the lifestyle. Every day, like, your schedule might be a little bit different, or you might have a late night out if there's an activity happening in crew areas. So I really find it important to have a good night of sleep so that I can take on the entire day. So I have invested into silk pillowcases and I highly recommend you do the same. I find them really comfortable to lay on, and not only are they nice to sleep on, they are really good for your hair and your skin. If you've been around for a while, you know that I was bleach blonde for quite a while, probably like 2 years, something like that, and I am very obviously not natural blondie, so that was quite damaging to my hair. And over the last year I've been really focusing on trying to get my hair back to a really healthy, thick place, and the silk pillowcases have helped so much. It does also help with frizz in my hair because my hair tends to get frizzy when it's humid out, and this has also helped start to restore my wave pattern because I have more naturally wavy hair. The silk pillowcases are also really great for your skincare, which is another thing that I have been trying to focus on more and get more into, like a skincare routine, and I found a major difference with sleeping on silk pillowcases, so definitely recommend that. And you can find affordable ones on Amazon or TJ Maxx, like you can find them pretty much anywhere. My next essential is also catering towards wellness and your overall health. Definitely pack vitamins with you if you're coming to a contract, because vitamins are quite hard to come by on the ship. If you order them to the ship, they will confiscate them at security. I can't tell you why, like I generally do not know why they confiscate vitamins, but if you pack them with you, you're gonna be all set. When I'm on board, I definitely find myself lacking a lot of nutrients. Yeah, I brought a multivitamin, I have vitamin C, I have vitamin D. Whatever you regularly take, make sure to pack them because you are definitely going to benefit from that. Next on the list, you guys already know how much I love my coffee. I literally have a cup of coffee on standby right here. So one of the things that I have found to be really essential for me on board is my cold brew maker, because I am a huge iced coffee gal. I do not like the coffee in the mess. It's just not strong, and sometimes it's a little watery. And also I just love an iced coffee. So I have loved my cold brew maker. It is such a game changer. I just put it in my fridge in my cabin and I can brew my coffee there so that when I wake up I can have a coffee ready to go. They're really inexpensive. You can, again, buy them pretty much anywhere and they are affordable. They have plastic ones, they have glass ones, they have different sizes. Last contract I had a 1.5 liter, and this contract I have a little bit of a smaller one, but very essential. Like, this is 100% an essential for me because I use it every single day. Since we are already on the topic of health and wellness, my next Ship Life essential is the app MyFitnessPal, and a huge thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. I have been using MyFitnessPal for years, like probably half a decade, maybe more. I love this app. I use it as home and I also use it on the ship, but I find it so useful on board. I feel like there's a huge stigma around fitness apps and that MyFitnessPal is only about counting calories, but I promise you it is so much more than that. With the premium membership, you have access to so many incredible tools that can really benefit you and push you to reach your health goals. So of course, MyFitnessPal is a nutrition and fitness tracker, but you can track so much more than just your meals. You can track your water intake, your exercise, and your weight. It is also so easy because you can literally scan a barcode of whatever you're eating and log all of the nutrition facts right into your app. And once you've already saved it to your phone, you can also just access it the next time if you have that same meal on another day. You can also save your meals. You can create recipes within the app. There is just so many options and it makes it so easy to track what you're eating, and you can even count macros. It is honestly so useful for me. I at one point was counting macros. I'm not anymore, but it was so easy to count macros through MyFitnessPal. Within the app, there is also a custom home screen dashboard, so it just makes it really personal and catered all towards you. Like I said, I've been using it on board here, and it is part of my daily routine to log my food, not so much to obsess, but just to have an idea of where I am with my fitness goals and how I can be at my peak level for performing in front of an audience. So make sure to click the link below to get 1 month free of MyFitnessPal Premium. Once again, make sure to click the link in my description to get 1 month of MyFitnessPal Premium for absolutely free. So going along with my previous essential, my next fitness, health, wellness essential is a food scale. Once again, I feel like there is a stigma having to do with a food scale, and honestly for me, it has taught me that I can eat more than what I was allowing myself. It's given me more freedom to eat what I want, so it's just really helped me with portion control. And mine is really small and lightweight, so it was so easy to pack in my suitcase. And also it has made it so easy from there to log the exact amount of whatever I'm eating into MyFitnessPal. I've been really into wellness and trying to take care of my body, so I have another like health and wellness essential, and that is a reusable water bottle. This is something that I have learned from day one of my first contract that is super useful. So I have brought mine from my previous contract here. So I just have a Simply Modern water bottle with a sippy lid. The sippy lid actually helps me drink so much more water than a traditional water bottle does, and it's really cute. So not only do you not have to purchase a water bottle every single day, you can also have a cute water bottle, and it's just really useful. Like, I bring my water bottle everywhere. It's like my emotional support water bottle. And the one I have is 32 ounces, so I just have to fill it up a few times throughout the day, and I get more than my water intake. You need water to survive, and my Simply Modern water bottle also keeps my water nice and cold throughout the entire day. Like, I could have that water bottle sitting in the sun for the entire day, and it would still be cold. Next thing on the list, photos. Photos from home are definitely an essential for me here on board. I love to decorate my cabin to make it really feel like home and feel cozy and inviting and a place that I can unwind, and it doesn't feel like I'm living in someone else's space. Photos have really helped me personalize my space, and also it makes me feel closer to all my friends and family at home and also around the world. So behind me, as you can see, I have a lot of photos. I also have a photo wall with like probably 25 pictures, so that is something that I always have with me on contract, and it's so easy. I just print them at Walgreens and bring them with me in my suitcase. Next essential to go along with those photos is magnets. Definitely bring magnets with you on a contract. Usually there are magnets in the cabins like prior to COVID, but ever since we returned to service, they wiped everything from the crew cabin. So we kind of had to start from scratch. So I brought my own little magnets, and they do the trick because the walls are magnetic. If I didn't mention that, or if you did not know that, the walls are magnetic. The next thing on my list is my Kindle, or if you have an e-reader of some kind, a Nook, whatever. I find this to be a game changer on board because it kind of goes without saying, but if you haven't realized, we do not have service while we are at sea and we don't have free Wi-Fi. So as much of an annoyance as that is, it's actually really productive because then all the time that you would be spending sitting on your phone, you can use for something else. Whenever I have free time that I'm not editing, I really like to read. I really enjoy reading and I have been loving my Kindle. If you have one, bring it with you. If you don't have an e-reader of any kind, books are also a great alternative, obviously, traditional book. But I just find my Kindle is so nice because it's so small and I can store so many different books on my Kindle and it doesn't take up like any space. Another essential that I have right behind me is twinkle lights. It's really not necessary. You don't need it on board, but I find it makes such a big difference for me personally. So I brought twinkle lights from home. I put them in my suitcase and I have strung them around the cabin. So it just makes it so much more homey and inviting. Like I said before, that's a really big thing for me. So it's made the environment feel so nice and I feel so calm with these lights on. Usually I just have the light stringing and I have the overhead light off. It's a vibe. So that is an essential for me. Might not be an essential for many other people, but for me personally, it makes a big difference. Another ship life essential that has to do with the cabin is a shoe rack. Definitely invest in a shoe rack if you don't have one and you're planning to go on a contract. The cabin is really small and it's so easy for the space to get crammed and feel really claustrophobic and overwhelmed because you have two people living in a really small space. So organization is absolutely essential and necessary. So if you have a shoe rack, it is a really easy way to store your shoes, keep them in one place and they're out of the way because they're on the back of the door. Next essential is more tech related. This is not absolutely necessary to survive on a ship, but I have found it to be so much more useful. Last contract, I didn't have it on my first contract, and that is an HDMI cord. So as you can see behind me, I have a TV under my bed and I have attached my HDMI cord to that so I can watch movies and TV shows from my laptop on the TV. So of course I could just watch it on the laptop, but it is so nice to have it on a bigger screen, especially if you have friends over and you want to watch something together. It is just really nice to have. So I did just mention it, but to go along with that HDMI cord, one of the things that is, I think, the #1 essential for every crew member on board, and that is an external hard drive. For me personally, my external hard drive is multi-useful because I export all of my vlogs onto my hard drive, so that hard drive is basically my life. But I also have TV shows and movies on there because, once again, we do not have cable. And I can't just pull up Netflix and watch Netflix when we don't have Wi-Fi. So it is really nice to have all of these TV shows and movies accessible to watch whenever we want. So I just store all of mine on my hard drive and everyone kind of has their own as well. Next essential, I've mentioned this before, but I will say it again. Shower filter is needed. Very much needed. The water on board is very chlorinated, which is not good for your skin or for your hair. So if you just bring your own shower filter, it's a shower head with a filter attached to it, it will make your life so much better. It has helped my hair tremendously. I was literally losing hair my first contract because I didn't have a shower filter for the first few months. And ever since I switched, it helped so much. And also with my skin, since I have sensitive skin, I was breaking out with rashes, with hives, like pimples. It was just not good. It was also drying out my skin. So definitely invest in a shower filter head. It's not expensive. It's probably like $30 on Amazon, and you just take the shower head off when you come to contract and replace it with yours. Moving down the list, my next essential again has to do with food because I love to eat. If you are someone who likes seasoned food, which I hope you do, pack your own seasonings and thank me later because the food in the mess can be quite bland. They really don't season the food with anything other than salt and oil, which isn't really seasoning. So if you want food to have more flavor, you can bring your own seasonings, or when 2 years ago we had the opportunity to have shore leave, we could get off and go to a grocery store and purchase these things. So since we still don't have shore leave and we're not allowed to get off the ship as crew members, pack your own. I do have one fashion or apparel essential, and that is hoodies or sweatshirts. As a person, I'm always cold, but especially on ships, crew areas are always absolutely freezing, so I basically live in sweatshirts and crew necks whenever I'm walking around crew areas. Like, I'll always have a cute outfit on underneath, and then I'll just be too cold, so I'll put on a hoodie. Yeah, that's something I find to be absolutely necessary to have with me on board, and they're so easy to just throw on. You're cozy and you're warmer because, once again, they really crank the AC on board. And the last thing on my list is kind of vague because it can be different for everyone, but bring some sort of hobby with you here. Like I said before, you don't have Wi-Fi access 24/7, so you can't be sitting on your phone. And for me, I like to be productive and make really good use of my time. So I have brought notebooks for bullet journaling, for writing. I have a sketchbook for drawing, doodling. I have YouTube, of course. I have my laptop with me for editing. So I have a lot of different things that I really enjoy doing, like personal hobbies that are a good use of time. You can even bring like a deck of cards or a game or a word search, whatever it is, any sort of activity or hobby that will bring you joy, bring it with you. I definitely recommend. But we have whipped through the list. I hope that this was interesting to you or helpful to you in any way. I know I've received a ton of DMs from you guys that you are applying for cruise ship or you have just received a contract, and that is so exciting to me. So it really makes me so happy to hear that my videos have been helpful to you and that you've enjoyed them and you've learned something from them. So thank you so much to all of you who have ever sent me a message. I apologize if I haven't responded. Now it's nearly impossible to answer because we don't have free Wi-Fi anymore, but just know that I read every message and I am trying to get back to every message that I get. I appreciate you guys more than you will ever know. Honestly, like, you have changed my life and I could not be more thankful. So thank you guys. But with all of that being said, I love you guys to the moon and back a billion times. And I need to go to work soon. So I'm gonna end the vlog and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.